You can literally get to your fat loss goals and get all the things that I just mentioned together. Oh, and by the way, this is not happy juice. It's not a pill. I'm not telling you to buy any supplements either. You're not allowing your brain to get that experience. How dare you? She doesn't care that you're trying to lose body fat. She's literally fighting for her life. All that adenosine hits at once and you crash. You might as well not be working out. You would start losing body fat instantly. If you've been doing everything right to lose weight, to lose body fat, you're eating well, you're working out, you're following all the advice, but your body still isn't responding, I promise you, this is not about willpower anymore. This isn't about you trying harder or not trying hard enough. Your body is actually trying very hard, but to protect you. And today I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that, but also give you some very simple steps so you can start implementing them tonight. Because you see, if you don't do the things that I tell you to do after this video, you clearly don't care enough about your goals. I don't know, maybe you haven't been honest with yourself with how comfortable you are with your current struggles. But let's talk about cortisol. Cortisol gets a very bad rep, but she's way more important than you think. If you don't know who she is, she's our stress hormone. But what does that actually mean with our goals and our intentions? Because that's the reason why you're watching this. See, thousands of years ago, our bodies developed this incredible survival system. Let's say that you are a caveman or a very independent cave woman who's going out to hunt. Yeah, this is like your weapon. Cute, right? So you're going out to hunt and you see this glacier and you decide to turn left. But all of a sudden, you end up seeing this huge saber-toothed tiger. Oh my gosh! Kind of looks like the sun. Well, that beautiful body of yours is going to go straight to that survival system, aka cortisol. At that moment, you don't think about digestion or your immune function or hormone production, aka your cycle. You would either need to literally run or fight, aka fight or flight. Now you understand that fight or flight thing that everybody keeps talking about. And by the way, you'll remember to go right next time because cortisol also helps you remember things. You know, back when you were in high school, when your teacher would ask the class the answer to a question and you wouldn't know the answer to it and you would hope to dear God that she would not choose you, but of course they chose you. And then you wouldn't know the answer, but the next time that question was asked, you will always remember it. Cortisol. Wait, I put a C on cortisol. Hold on. Whoa. I forgot who I was for a second. Anyways, this system is perfect for short bursts of danger. Fight the tiger, escape the tiger, and go back to normal life. But here's what's happening now in our lives. That saber-toothed tiger, that physical stress has been replaced by modern day stress. Being late for work, your kids having a meltdown, deadlines, social media, your relationship stress, friendship stress, financial stress. Your body can't tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and your boss sending you an email titled urgent at 2 p.m. To your nervous system, stress is stress. And when you're dealing with chronic stress, little bite-sized pieces of stress day after day, week after week, your body thinks that it's consistently running or trying to fight a tiger. And this is where it gets really important for your fat loss goals. When your body thinks it's in constant danger, what does it do? It's going to hold on to energy. Energy is equal to your fat cells. And when you're stressed, your body wants to hold on to the energy because it thinks you're going to need that stored energy in order to survive, especially around your midsection, because there are 4 times the amount of cortisol receptors there. So it makes sense why we always call it stubborn belly fat. If you literally just focus on how you can de-stress your body in your life, you would start losing body fat instantly. It's not just about calories in and calories out. People also deal with stress differently. Some stop eating. Some use food as comfort. So we're going to have to talk about calories. At this moment, I haven't made a video helping you get through, your trauma with tracking calories, but I promise I will. Don't be scared to literally comment below bothering me every single week because you need that video. Understanding calories or tracking isn't as stressful as you think. But anyways, let's talk about chronic dieting. That is stress on your body. Under eating, whether that's intentionally through deficits or unintentionally, is stress on your body. And I know you're doing it because you want to get healthier. You think it's going to be what will help you lose the weight and feel better. but it's doing the opposite. And then you add high intensity workouts when your body's already exhausted, more stress on top of stress. Remember that saber-toothed tiger? When you're running away from that, the body didn't care about hunger or digestion or hormone production, your period. So right now, it doesn't care about letting go of body fat. It needs to hold onto it because that's the energy it needs for it to survive right now. She isn't thriving. She doesn't care that you're trying to lose body fat. She's literally fighting for her life. It's not funny, but you know, she's literally fighting a tiger right now. So how do you know if this is happening to you? Because there are a lot of things that could be wrong. Let's say you're exhausted at night, but you can't actually fall asleep. You're in bed feeling tired, but you're also very wired. Your brain just won't shut off, you know, or you have cravings for salty or sweet things consistently. You might feel anxious or irritable more often than you'd like to admit. You get sick frequently, or, you know, the main reason you may be watching this is because you're struggling to let go of body fat. So if this sounds like you, I want you to know you're not broken. Your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. We just need to learn how to communicate with her. So how do we fix this? How do we tell our body it's safe to let go? I'm going to give you some simple steps so you can start. Remember, tonight and today as well, but say it louder with me. Tonight, louder. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is not happy juice. It's not a pill. I'm not telling you to buy any supplements either. All of these solutions that I'm going to be giving you are going to be free. So let me wipe off this board. So I was trying to make the saber-toothed tiger more of a tiger. And as I was doing that, I asked myself, do tigers have names? And then I realized I made a lion. So now we're calling it a saber-toothed tiger lion. Anyways, first we're going to understand something called your diurnal or your circadian and diurnal rhythm. Basically, your body works on a 24-hour clock. Every single cell in your body has this clock, and it's constantly trying to figure out, what time is it? Now, in the morning, you'll see that your cortisol actually ends up spiking. It's at its highest. This is normal. We want it to be like this. And yes, we're getting very scientific. Stay with me, okay? Don't run away. Don't run away. Anyways, that high amount of cortisol that our body naturally produces, it's great. We need it. That's what wakes you up and gives you energy for the day. And in the evening, you'll realize that it ends up getting lower because we want more melatonin to be produced to help you sleep. But here's what happens when you don't get enough sunlight in the morning, for example, or you're exposed to more blue light at night. You're basically jet lagging yourself every single day. And I know you're either going from bed to office, or you work from home and you're going from home to your desk. There's not much allowance for natural light to have a natural cortisol curve, is there? And that's why you feel tired all the time. So let's talk about caffeine. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, tell me that caffeine cup isn't cute. She cute or whatever. This is where most people mess up their entire day. Your body creates energy and it's called ATP. I'm not going to draw it. I'm going to make it pop up somewhere. When it gets used up, it produces something called adenosine. Again, not going to draw it. Too much effort. But adenosine builds up throughout the day and tells your brain it's time to rest. Caffeine, though, has a very similar chemical structure to adenosine. So it blocks those adenosine receptors. So you don't feel tired anymore, but you're still building up adenosine while it waits to get into those buckets. So when the when the caffeine wears off, all that adenosine hits at once and you crash. But then you drink more caffeine. You build up more adenosine. And the cycle continues. So what you're going to do instead, this is your first tip, by the way, so write this down. I also hope that you've been writing stuff down already. But anyways, you ready? Your first number one tip. You're gonna drink that coffee, but after your breakfast. Aren't you happy I didn't say that you're not going to have any caffeine at all? You're probably a little scared. But I want you to have a full meal and then drink the coffee afterwards. That meal should have your beautiful carbs, your proteins, your fats. Caffeine on an empty stomach is you running from the saber-toothed tiger lion. Yes, I'm going to bring this beautiful drawing up ever so often because I really need you to understand this. This simple switch of just putting your caffeine first or afterwards, is going to have you feeling a million times better. And you're not going to want to hear this part. But no drinking caffeine after 2 p.m. I know. You have an energy drink right after work that helps you get motivated to go to the gym. I know you have like 3 cups of coffee a day. Don't worry. You don't have to do this all at once. Don't try and go from 0 to 100. Just start off with the switcheroo and then focus on the 2 p.m. boundaries with you and your caffeine. It's actually a 12 p.m. boundary, but I break the rule myself, and 2 p.m. is like that sweet spot. But remember, do this if you want quality sleep. Don't do it and remind yourself you don't care about your goals. Your life clearly doesn't suck enough for you to want to change. And if you're okay with that, I mean, that's cool. Anyways, on the topic of sleep, you need 7 hours. Okay, say it with me. 7 hours. And here's why this actually matters. It matters way more than you think. Your sleep happens in 90-minute cycles, and you need 5 complete cycles. Say 5 with me. 5, okay? Because you go through different stages. There's light sleep, there's deep sleep, and REM sleep. And during deep sleep, parts of your brain actually shrink in size so that your spinal fluid can wash through the neurons and remove waste. Basically, your brain is going through a car wash. Tell me you don't get excited every single time you go through a car wash. I do. But see, what you're doing is you're not allowing your brain to get that experience. How dare you? But anyways, so there's this waste product called amyloid beta that builds up in your brain. I know we're getting a little serious, but think of it like plaque building up on your teeth, but in your brain. When you sleep, your spinal fluid literally washes it away. But when you don't get enough deep sleep night after night, they start blocking your neurons. You know, the things that help your brain communicate with the rest of your body. So this affects your memory, your cognitive function. Alexa, what does cognitive function mean?
Cognitive functioning refers to multiple mental abilities, including learning, thinking, reasoning, remembering, problem-solving, decision-making.
Wow, thinking, decision-making, memory, problem-solving. That all sounds very important, doesn't it? Which is why it makes sense that sleep deprivation is also linked to dementia and Alzheimer's. And something that I learned that forced me to really take this seriously was that someone who's had 4 hours of sleep performs exactly the same as someone who is legally drunk. Oh, and your brain produces growth hormones during deep sleep, by the way. So you know how you told me that you want to grow muscle, you want to build muscle? It's making more and more sense why you're watching this video, right? So if you're not getting quality sleep, you might as well not be working out because your body can't build muscle or recover properly. It's dealing with a saber-toothed tiger lion, okay? So what we're going to do tonight, 1 hour before bed, and I don't care what your profession is, we're gonna cut out all blue light, okay? If 1 hour feels scary, let's start off with 30 minutes. I work with clients who literally struggle to set boundaries because they are very career driven, as they should be. And you know, this economy doesn't really allow you to not be, but 30 minutes at least, okay? Agree with me. 30 minutes, yeah? Comment that you're actually committed to this, all right? Unless you don't want to change your life. But anyways, next, in order to achieve these 2 things, we're going to create a simple nighttime routine and stick to it, even on the weekends. Your body needs consistency right now to regulate that internal clock. This does not have to be a million things, just simple things that give your body the cue that it's time to wind down. We are getting ready for sleep because that's what our body needs. That's how you show up as a woman you know you're meant and you deserve to be. And for me, sleep is a priority that I choose every single time. Okay, now for movement, we're going to be focusing a lot on walking. Notice I didn't say running, not high intensity, not some crazy workouts that's going to stress your body out on top of the stress that it's already dealing with. Walking tells your nervous system we're safe. We're just moving through our environment. And we're also going to eat some great food consistently. Your body needs to know that we will continue to give it the energy to thrive for a long period of time, because when you skip meals, you are running or trying to fight a saber-toothed lion tiger. Oh, you know that anxiety that you get? A lot of times, if you give your body what it nutritiously needs, you in return experience a lot less of it. Coming from someone like me? Yeah. I'm a walking testimony, okay? And again, I don't have a video up on calories and nutrition yet, but please don't be scared to bother me in the comments. Say, girl, where is it? So when you start doing these things more consistently, like getting more sunlight, eating food before caffeine, setting caffeine boundaries, walking, sleeping properly, something beautiful happens. Your body starts to trust that it's safe. And when your body feels safe, it can finally do all the things it's meant to do, like digest your food so you have a healthier number 2, or you have less bloating, your cycle comes back, or it's more regulated, you have less cramps, you have a normal blood flow, less mood swings, your libido comes back, you'll find yourself all over your partner, or if you're single, it becomes a battlefield to abstain. But most importantly, the reason why you're even watching this is because you will be able to start letting go of body fat. But really take a moment and reflect on what I just said. If you distress your body, you can literally get to your fat loss goals and get all the things that I just mentioned together. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight. If your sleep and wake rhythm is messed up like really bad, it could take 3 to 12 months. Oh my God, coach, what do you mean this isn't a quick fix? First of all, you didn't come here to this channel for that. And I know that might sound long, but in relation to what? When was the last time you had a good night's sleep? Maybe even a whole 2 months of consistent good night sleeps. And I know you remember that one night of good sleep and how that feels. Yeah, beautiful. Imagine that for the rest of your life. How would that feel? How would you move differently? What would you be capable of doing or becoming? Or you can just continue living the life that you want to hold on to so badly right now. You know, where you have no energy, you're moody, you're getting little to no results. And the thing is, I only say this because I've been there. It might feel like your body is working against you, but your body has been trying to take care of you this whole entire time. I promise. It's not your enemy. It just needs to know that you're safe and you deserve to feel at home and safe in your body. You deserve to have energy that doesn't just come from a coffee cup. And you deserve to look in the mirror and love what you see. So just do these steps for 1 week and let me know in the comments how you feel. If it starts to become boring after a few weeks, keep going. You're doing it right. Your body doesn't need crazy right now. It needs a little boring. Relax. Please, relax. Your body is capable of doing amazing things when you just give her what she needs. So as a reminder, just because you take a break does not mean you're behind. You're not broken and healing is possible. But that's it for this one. Go make that plan. Execute. And if you'd like my team to help you with it, you know you can always find more information below. Good luck. Stop stressing yourself out. Especially, this is something that when I learned, I was like, ah! How do you spell chronic? Alexa, how do you spell chronic? Not prime, like Amazon Prime. Alexa, how do you spell chronic?
Chronic is spelled C-H.
Okay, there is an H. That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. Don't you dare put that into the edit. I just wanted to make sure if there was a H, okay? That's it. It was just the H part that was throwing me off. Don't put it. Anyways, if you literally just focus on how you can de-stress your body in your life, you would start losing body fat instantly. It's not just about calories in and calories out.